Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hey
Hi guys!
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Heyley, and welcome to Little Things,
our little podcast
to make your life a little fuller.
Yay!
Welcome to episode 3, which we call
3.
Warning. Period.
What are we warning you about? IB.
Why?
Because
IB is not a joke. And it's not for the weak. Okay, as you can see,
not.
As you can see, we are cozied up in this sofa because, like, compared to our other episodes, because why? We're finally year 12.
Year 12s, guys.
So many things happened in the past few months. Like, we had our UTs.
Yeah, we had our UTs.
We submitted like a few IAs. And we are nowhere free from...
Yeah, we're just...
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Okay, so back to what we're talking about. So what are we warning you about? Why are we warning you about IB? It's because we realize that there are so many misconceptions and there are so many things that people don't know when entering or before entering IB. There's this thing in our school where we're like, we have to get into IB, but then not a lot of people know whether this curriculum is suitable for you or not.
Yep. So basically, we sent out a Google form to our M26 classmates because we also needed their input on what they think about IB, because it could differ from person to person. And we have them all here in a Google form.
Yeah.
So we asked them a bunch of questions, and all of these are their raw and authentic responses.
Yeah. So we hope that this episode makes use to you guys, and hopefully it, betters your well-being.
Yeah. Even though it's a warning episode.
Yeah, even though it's not bettering our well-being, but we hope that by warning you, you get a
better sense.
Yeah, you get a better sense
what
of
you're
what
getting
IB is.
into.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay.
Okay. So I think without further ado, we should just go for it. Also, we don't have a mic, so we're just using...
Shout out to Heyley's phone.
Yeah, and also shout out to the people who responded to our form.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We keep saying the same things. We've become connected. Anyways, yes.
Okay, so on to our first questions. How would you describe DP? So, okay, Ashley, you should talk about your perspective first. Like, what do you think about DP?
Like we said in the intro, DP is genuinely not for the weak. It's so much time management, so much effort you need to put in. And that's not just for DP, honestly. Like, I'm sure DSE, it also takes a lot of effort. But when, I first got into IB, I did not think it would be this hard. Yeah. I underestimated how hard it could really be. That's just, how I would describe DP.
Yeah. The amount of workload and amount of effort and time you have to put in for IB is immaculate. It's crazy. Yeah. Not to scare you guys away, IB is a really good curriculum and it has a lot of benefits on its own. Yeah. But just looking at it at this one perspective on whether it is hard or not, honestly...
It's subjective, it's how you view it.
Yeah, but honestly, all in all, it's pretty hard.
It is very hard.
But honestly, that's just the intro, so...
Yep.
Anyways.
The intro is already this...
Oh, it's already this bad. Okay.
It's already this melancholy.
Okay, an actual disclaimer. The IB curriculum actually provides you with a lot of pathways for your future.
Yes.
And it makes the application process a lot more easier. And you also have, for example, CAS to start up on doing, projects or activities that may relate to your future career, so that can be something that you can put into your personal statement, so that is a really good thing. And you also have EE, which helps you
4,000 words.
Yay. Okay, so the EE, it preps you for a lot of courseworks in university, so I think IB is a really good way for a kickstart. That's something.
Yeah.
But of course, on top of that, on top of all of the benefits, there are a lot of hardships and a lot of sacrifices that you have to make for this curriculum. Period.
Next question.
Okay, so the difference between FP and ZP. Okay. Okay, so the biggest difference that one person mentioned is that there is a difference between the grade boundaries in FP and DP. So in DP, I think you do have a set, like you have a set grade boundary, but for FP, the teachers are approximating based on the grade boundaries from DP. I think FP is just like a very good time for you to familiarize yourself with DP because it more or less is the same, but again, it's just surface level, but a little more from MIP.
This person says, FP was definitely better help, but nothing could have prepared me for the amount of IAs and EE and exams that need to be done in the span of 3 months. Yup. And another way that someone describes this is FP equals 1 out of 10 difficulty and stress level of DP.
That's true.
So yeah, that explains itself, honestly.
But if you ask us, like, is FP useful? Is FP important? I think it still is because there are a lot of things in FP that preps you for DP. First of all, I know you have to, like, it feels like you have to study a lot of subjects, so it's, like, terribly stressful and, like, you just want to get it over with. But I think a lot, like, based off of, like, these responses, a lot, like, FP really helped you eliminate some subjects. So you don't have to be indecisive anymore. Like, by the end of FP, I'm pretty sure you are really decisive. You know what you want to study. Or more so, you know what you don't want to study.
Yeah.
So in FP, there also is something called a research project for... it's a separate subject, yeah. And you also have the math project, which I think it does help you. It really does help you. It, like, in terms of framework, in terms of procedures, in terms of what you have to do, how to collect data, all of that. I think the math department did really...
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, they did really good with providing such an opportunity for students in FP to prepare themselves for the IAs that they have to do in DP.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the teacher, like your teachers, your math teachers will also give you really good feedback that you can also transfer to your maths IA or to your other subject IAs in the future. Yeah. Okay, so the research project, if you do it right, then I think it will be it is very beneficial for the students. What I mean by doing it right is a lot of the students decide to pick, like, for example, even me, I decided to pick a subject that isn't in the IB curriculum, or at least not in the IB curriculum that the school provides, right? So if you don't do it according to the subjects that are provided, then you might miss out the opportunity for a good foundation, and it just becomes another essay, which is not good, right? So I know a lot of my friends who did, like, econ or, like, BM or some of their sciences. I think that's really good because you can use some of the data, or you can use some of the feedback that you got from your research project, and you can translate it to DP for your IAs or for your EE. So beneficial.
I think just adding on to that, like, in FP, like, all of these projects seem really hard and overwhelming, but I think right now, looking back, I really appreciate the teachers pushing us, like, to do it, because now, like, I learned to push myself to do it. But yeah, so work hard, play hard, guys.
That is true. And a lot of people here also said that you should just chill for FP. That is really true. Like, of course, it is really important to maintain good grades or pass, right?
Yeah.
But I think what's more important is that you translate all of the skills you've learned and all of the knowledge that you acquired from your classes or from your subjects and translate it to DP. Like, of course, you relearn everything in DP1, but it's also really good to have some foundation that FP provides. But of course, FP is also really surface level, so I heard a lot of people suggest taking GCSEs because it does help a little bit. I think it's a lot, like, more in depth than FP, but do all of it. And if you have any extracurriculars right now that you feel like you're having fun in, join it, do everything. If you want to take on
everything,
if you want to take on leadership roles, take it now. Now is the time. it's not too late, but it's too late if you do it now.
Yes.
Right now, because right now it's all exams, all studying, all that. Okay. Yeah.
Should we move on?
Oh, wait. I think we
do
need
you
to
have
summarize. We need to summarize.
Okay.
Do you want to summarize? Because I summarized for MIP.
So in summary, FP does prepare you, it gives you a lot of projects to do that are similar to DP, but it's not exactly the same. FP is still surface level, but it provides like a good foundation to start. So in summary, enjoy your FP, but don't slack off. Still work hard, but don't work too hard. Save that for later.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I will read this word for word because I want to remain the integrity of this answer. For current FP students, please don't burn yourself out and try your best and use FP as a trial and error and experimentation year. I feel like it's not necessary to be perfect right now, because if you're not good at a certain subject, maybe it's just a sign for you to take another subject instead, or another subject that you enjoy more or is better or are better at in DP. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, actually I don't know, maybe, but for current year 9 students, I'm pretty sure it's too late for the current year 10 students, but for the year 9 students, if you feel like you picked the wrong subject, it's okay.
It is really okay.
It's okay. There is a add drop period, and also for year 10s, actually, you also have an add drop period in year 11, so yeah, it doesn't matter. But for year 11s, you're done. You're done. Your subjects are set.
You're locked in. Have fun with that.
Yeah. Whatever subject you picked, you're done. You gotta stay with it. But I hope, from sincerely from the both of us, we hope that you picked the right subjects, and we're so sorry that this video didn't come to you earlier.
We hope that you thrive.
Yeah.
We really hope that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What subject would you strongly encourage students to pick, and why? You go first.
Me? If you don't mind writing a lot, like brainlessly writing a lot, then History HL is okay. It's an okay choice if you don't mind your like hands burning out. Because for me, I'm not like mathematically minded. So even if I take BM or econ, I don't think it'll like click in my head and I won't get it. So History HL are for the people who just prefer memorizing essay plans and writing them out. And it's a subject I would recommend.
I'd also recommend AISL if...
Goated.
Mr. Matthew...
Only the real ones know what this is.
Anyways, if you're very sure about your future and what you want to study in the future, and if you know math is not there and math is not required at a higher level, then AISL.
Yep.
It's a shame that our school doesn't provide AIHL, or else I would have taken it. But I think AISL, although it's not the safest bet, if you are someone who is very sure about their future and who they is sure about what they want to study in the future, and if you check through most of the university requirements and the schools that you want to go to, or the safety schools that you want to go to doesn't require maths at a higher level, or AA, which is like it's hardly that. It's usually they just require maths at a higher level. But but if you're sure that you look through everything and you're like, nah, just doesn't, like AISL is okay, take it, please. Trust. It really lessens your burden on one subject, and that alone will help you out a lot. And also the teachers are really amazing. We have an amazing math teacher, so
Mr. Matthew.
so I think that also plays a role in why math is so enjoyable for us. This person, they encourage taking economics for someone or people who have the passion. It's not easy, but apparently it is worth it. And you learn a lot about how the world works, and especially in year 11 when you start macroeconomics.
Whatever that is.
And whatever that is.
IDK, man.
I dropped econ for a reason. But it left them mind blown. So if you are someone who tends to be mind blown at macroeconomics, take it. Anyways, there's another person who said that they would suggest English BHL because apparently it might be hard to get a 7 because of the high grade boundaries, but it is relatively easier to other HLs to get a high score. And also, kind of contrast to you, but this person suggested History SL, and I know who that is.
I know who that person is as well, so if you're listening, just beware.
This person suggested if you don't want to take a second science or humanities and don't want to pick VA, pick ESS. Okay, someone suggested chemistry HL. No, chemistry SL. Trigger word. Chemistry HL. Okay, as a chemistry HL student, it's tough. It's so tough.
They're there.
This one.
I feel that. Honestly.
This one,
Moment of silence, honestly.
Moment of science for science. Moment of silence,
honey.
Sorry, moment of silence for me who picked chemistry HL. Yeah, I would have much rather studied chemistry SL. Period. A lot of people picked business and econ because the teachers are amazing. Shout out to Miss Peggy, Miss Karen, Mr. Tony, and Mr. Gideon. Yeah. Period. Yeah. I think for the humanities, I'm not sure about Mr. Goffey, but I'm sure I heard that he supports you guys a lot too.
He does.
But for the
really
humanities, you get so much support.
You do.
Like in terms of learning or in terms of their IA or all of that, I think, yeah, you just can't get any better than the humanities. On top of subjects that we want to encourage you to take, there are also subjects that we don't encourage you to take. What is yours?
To be honest, I'm pretty happy with most of my subjects. But I would say, though, if you're just not fond of biology, just don't.
Ooh.
Just don't.
Ooh.
Like, biology HL. Like, if you don't see yourself doing anything biology related in the future, just don't take it, because it genuinely is a lot. Like, I enjoy the content. I enjoy, like, learning about it, and I don't regret it. But just for someone who just not going to do biology, don't do it. It's actually really hard. The question types, I don't know if that's spoiling, but it's just the papers are very different from FP. So I'm finding that hard.
This is a very popular choice, which is D-Tech. But apparently the curriculum is changing for the coming cohort, so maybe it might be easier. But for right now, I heard a lot about the IA being very stressful, and yeah.
How it weighs a lot into their grade.
Yeah,
the majority or something. Like, I don't know. Don't quote me. But it just weighs a lot compared to the other IAs.
Oh, some people also don't recommend taking both VA and design. And I think I understand that because you have a lot to write in, like, subject related. Mm-hmm. But of course, all of the subjects require a lot to write. But for this combination, it's
Yeah.
Oh, apparently you have to be a warrior to finish the IA. Yeah. And I think a lot of people compare it to it being a university project. So
yeah,
I don't think anyone at this age deserves that. So maybe keep that into warning. Wow. Okay, so AAHL. As AISL students, we cannot imagine how much AAHL people have to endure. We hopefully, that's all I can say.
Picking this subject could be out of interest or career requirements, or if you feel like it's worth a shot to try it out. For that person, not me, for me, the most challenging part in this subject isn't the depth of maths, but the amount of content, concepts, and linkages that need to be put into practice in order to get your math intuition locked in.
As a double language A student, I strongly advise anyone who have the ability to switch one of the language to language B or take an ab initio. Although our school is very strict in this sense, I think if you can and if you're willing to, you have to fight for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's just something with our school. I know a lot of other schools that provide more opportunities, but because we are a DSS school, I think there are some requirements to it. But yeah, taking 2 of my languages in language A,
Yeah.
like it's hard, especially if you don't want to study languages in the future anyways.
yeah.
If you're not required to take 2 language A's, I'd say don't do it, really, for your sake, for your sanity, all of that. Yeah, because combined you would have to read about 8 books, and
Oh my.
for someone that's not a native speaker, it's really hard, and it will take a lot of time, even if that is not even if that's not the subject that you want to study, or it's not related to the course you want to study in the future. You still have to maintain a relatively good grade in order to satisfy the, what is it called? Satisfy the conditional offers, or like the end,
Yeah.
final grade.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's also really hard to increase a grade without a lot of practice or a lot of effort put into the subject, into language subjects, and especially if you're not naturally good at it, I feel like it's very hard for it to come easy to you. Yeah, that's basically it. I think that's
But I feel like improvement is not impossible. Like
improvement is not.
you can, if you really. It's all about determination.
Yeah. But
it really is.
But especially because it's your SL, you don't have that much time for an
Yes.
SL, and so when you have to balance the amount of time to. If you have to balance the amount of time for your SLs and your HLs, and you know that the HLs have to weigh a lot more, and you can't spend that much time on your SLs, that's where the conflict begins, because you're like, I don't know which one to prioritize more. And that's still like a concern for me as well. Like, as someone who's doing their Chinese IO in like a week, I'm losing it.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Miss Karen.
Hi, Miss Karen.
Yeah.
Yes. No,
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's basically it.
Just because we're offering all like our views on these HLs and SLs, you might view it differently. You might think, oh, that's actually easier than I expected. But this is just like overall like a warning a warning that DP subjects really are a lot deeper than they are. And you ought to find out and
True.
have your own interpretation. So yeah, have fun.
Okay. So moving on, if you could go back to the summer of 24. Oh, well,
2024.
Yeah, 2024 for us. Before you started DP1, what would you have done differently, or what more would you have done?
So what are the most important advice?
So one of the most important advice I'd say would be to read all of the books, or most of your books, for your language subjects before the end of summer. You don't have to analyze anything yet, because
No.
you will learn them in class, or you will have the time to do that when you start DP. But I think it's really important to get a head start of everyone and start reading your books, or at least understand what the book is about.
Yeah. Worst case, Cliff's Notes, Spark's Notes, but it's really better to just read it. Start thinking about your IA topics. I think it really helps if you just, like, you don't have to have, like, a solid plan, an outline, all the data, finish. No. You can just think of, like, surface level, what am I interested in? What do I want to work on? You can look at some, like, samples online to get some inspiration. Just give yourself an idea of the IA, so that when you actually have to do it in DP, you're not like, you don't know where to start. Yeah, you're not like, what? I think that's something I should have done.
Yeah.
Personally. I think it would have made it a lot easier. But then it's also hard to get started, I feel like.
Yeah, because you don't learn a lot of the content
Yeah,
until you start
exactly.
school. Yeah, I think this one's really important as well. They said they would enjoy themselves more and have fun with no restraints. Yeah.
Yes, can't emphasize that.
Yeah, I think I
more.
would have done much more in summer, not in terms of academics, but like hanging out with my friends
Yeah.
or going out of the country. Because in DP, oh wait, what is this? Summer before? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because before you, like, when you're in DP, you really do lack freedom. Like, of course, everyone has some freedom with them, like academic
Yeah.
freedom, like all that. But I think you are really constrained when you're in DP because you have a lot to worry about.
You really have less time. And then now that I am in DP, I really treasure, like, all the little hangouts that I have with my friends, because it's really hard to even get that little amount of time. I don't even know if that's the correct grammar, but it's just really hard to even get that time to spend with your friends and your family and anyone who values you and who you value.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, we got sentimental there. See, that's the good part about DP, you know?
Yeah.
Like treasuring your time with friends and family.
Yeah.
You treasure it more.
Yeah. We also have like a few advice for our juniors, for our year 11s, for our year 10s, and yeah.
Genuinely do not work so hard and burn out in year 11, because even if you think you got it under control, you need to save some strength for DP2. And please be reminded that you won't really have a summer leading up to DP2, that's correct. So you won't really get to relax and rest as much as you think you can. So please don't push yourself too much in DP1, otherwise you'll have nothing left in DP2.
Just read this.
Hashtag, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, period.
So pace yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, over the summer of DP1 to DP2, finish most of your IAs.
Oh my goodness,
Data collection.
Oh my goodness.
Data collection.
Do it, guys.
Yeah, seriously, data collection, writing the introduction, methodology, all of that. Finish that in DP1 to DP2 summer. You have to. It's literally not worth it when you're starting it or when you're like midway in DP2. Like, it's actually too late, bruh. Like, you have so much on your mind and it becomes such a stressful time, and it's literally so unnecessary when you could be doing that all in the summer, you know?
Exactly. Because you also have uni apps if you are thinking to go to uni or if you're going into the workforce, etc. But still, you have to think about the next steps, you know, after graduation. And I think besides like the academic pressure, because you have to think about that, it makes it harder to complete your IAs, especially if you're midway in DP2.
No.
Or there is a day to slack off. You know, you don't have to work hard 24/7. You know, you need to give yourself rest and a balance. Some days it doesn't work, and that's okay, but you have to keep moving. It's a marathon, like this person said, it's a marathon.
I know, because like if you start early, you're sacrificing some time for more time in the future. I don't know if that makes sense, but like if you put in like at least like an hour or two like every day from your summer or from your FP years to focus on something that you will learn in DP, not only will you get a kickstart, but you'll be so much more relaxed in DP2 or DP1. Doesn't matter. Still,
honestly,
like,
DP2.
Yeah, DP2. Like DP wasn't that stressful as well. It's just like DP2, everything is like rushing to you. You have your IA deadlines, you have your EE deadlines, you have your TOK deadlines.
Consecutively.
You have your uni apps. You have your you have your UTs. You have your mocks. You have your finals. So much to do. Okay, 100% yes. Like, as in, it is hard to balance extracurriculars and academics. Because as a person who did sports as a side quest, it was really hard to stay consistent for both of them. And it took a toll on their mental health because they valued both academics and sports so deeply. And in the end, they had to give up on being consistent with doing sports because they felt really unproductive with... They felt really unproductive after, like, with the sports. So it is really important to know how to leverage and balance both of the two aspects in your life, and how important it is to get your priorities straight, which I agree. And for like, if you do extracurriculars just as a hobby, I think it's in DP2, or maybe like during the summer of DP1 to DP2, you might have to sacrifice some times for your academics, because in the end, like, you're sacrificing 1.5-ish years for like a better future, or like for an easier DP2, you know?
That person spoke facts. I relate.
Facts. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you have taken IB again if you could choose?
Like we mentioned, IB is not easy, but I think it's really taught me a lot about resilience, a lot about independence, self-learning, and also just I'd say it's pretty insightful, like the things you learn and the way you connect it to the world. Like TOK, I have never encountered something like TOK before, and at first I was like, girl, what? But then like that was my first impression.
Yeah, but to be fair, we have a really good teacher.
Yeah,
so
thanks,
thank
Mr.
you,
Jackal. But yeah, honestly, it's hard, but I still would have taken it because it really just expands your horizons.
I think a lot of people from our grade also agree with you, but there are also some people that suggest taking IEL or A levels instead. Some people said that they would take it again, but they would change their subjects, and some people straight up said no because the workload is inhumane and it is impossible for students to not have at least 10 breakdowns throughout the course. But of course, in the end, it does foster a global mindedness, a good global mindedness, and you become more aware of the things around you, especially to reality. And like,
Woo. Yep.
Yeah. But I heard a lot of people say that university is a lot better than IB. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
how,
does.
but honestly, yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We will find out.
Yeah, we will
soon,
find out.
and we will let you know.
Yeah. That's true. Okay. Last words. Okay, last words for
words.
what are your last words?
Last words is you can do this. It will take a lot of you, but you can do this. And always remember that you're not alone, that everyone like in your cohort, you're all doing this together, struggling together. You can always ask advice from teachers, your peers, and we're all here for each other. And I feel like that's also another motivator that's getting me going,
Yeah.
you know, and up on my feet to continue. Yeah, what about you?
These, honestly, I can just like read. But
Ooh, I want to read that one.
okay, I think you should read all of them after I give. Yeah,
okay.
like this one. I'll tell you. But yeah. What is the question? Oh, any last words? I think it's really important to ask for help as a person who doesn't really like asking for help, because I feel like I just don't like it. I realized that I do need a lot of help because I'm not an expert in the subject. I'm not expert in IB as a whole. And if you don't ask for help, if you don't ask for someone for help, it just becomes so hard for you, and it makes it unnecessarily hard for you while you're taking this course. So yeah, but in the end, this is all you have, you know, this is all the time you have. So just use it to your max, you know, while like staying on top of your grades. Of course, you have to have fun with the people around you. You have to spend more time with the people you love, your friends, your family, all of that. And you also have to take really good care of yourself. Like, yeah, a lot of sleep, eating healthy, all that. Prioritize your happiness over anything, really.
Can I just add on to that? Because I feel like now that we're mentioning all this, it seems like we don't have fun in DP at all. That's not true. Like, this common room that we've been spending our lunches in has been so fun. We've been playing code names.
Yeah.
So that's not to say that everything is depressing. It still is fun.
Yeah,
It's just you get less of that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
That's true.
So.
But I think even though we have less time to have fun or all that, I think it makes all of the times where you do have fun seem a lot more memorable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like when I think back on high school, these are the moments, these are the years or times that I will think back to. Like, I won't be able to remember anything from MIP because I'm just happy all of the time.
That's true.
But now that I'm in DP and I'm like happy and I'm sad and mad or whatever, I'm stressed, whatever, I'm overwhelmed, all of that, it makes the happy times seem a lot happier.
Yeah. Should we read some of this?
Yeah, let's read some of these. Okay. Read it in that tone too.
Please rest and chillax. You need proper rest. Otherwise, your body and your mind really can't take it, and it will protest against you. But if you realize you actually can't take it anymore, don't keep pushing yourself. That's true. but ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. Talk to your family and friends, teachers, or to any one of us seniors.
Oh, that's really true. I think
Yeah.
a lot of the things that like a lot of it's not like bad, but something bad about our school is that I feel like the juniors don't talk to us. Even like
Guys,
like I feel
we're
like
leaving.
I feel like it's okay. Like I would accept any questions from anyone that
honestly.
ask. Like I will not look at you and not answer your question. I feel like all of us, we would be welcome for you to ask about what we're doing right now or what you have to expect and all of that. Yeah. Just especially for our cohort, I feel like we're very open. So if you feel comfortable in talking to or asking any one of us, please do so because
we will answer.
Yeah.
This personally is a motto that I go by, but I didn't write it. It is YOLO, real. You only live once, so have fun.
Don't hold high hopes for the school or what IB can offer, but instead focus on how you will improve yourself, be proactive, be independent, and stay healthy. That is really true.
Mic drop.
That's so true. There's one that says your dreams won't ever feel realistic and you may not ever feel truly fulfilled or have your full circle moment in high school, maybe not even in years after, but you have to learn to be content with that and persist nonetheless, because someday it'll all make sense and that is only going to make sense if you work hard towards connecting those dots. Wow. Beautiful.
Wow.
And lastly, a lot of us wish you a really good luck. Like, truly, just good luck. Yeah. That's really good. I don't know who wrote this, but seriously, please do not be intimidated by us seniors because we are always open to giving you guys advice. We don't bite. We all share. Don't. Yeah, we seriously don't bite. That is weird. But yeah, we all share the same experiences, and it will make us feel a lot better to know that your IB journey is slightly better because of our advice.
Yeah,
that is so true.
I love that we ended on that one.
I love that we ended on that note because it really is true. We really, besides this warning, we really just want to reiterate that you can always ask us for help.
Yeah.
We're here until March, and even after March, if you have our social media or our Gmails or whatever, just ask us anytime.
Yeah.
So to end it on that note, I hope you guys stuck around because this podcast was almost like an hour long.
Dang, I didn't know we can speak that much.
Yeah.
Wow.
But seriously, thank you to everyone who submitted the form and allowed us to, translate all of these messages to our viewers. Even though I know that it's not a lot, but if you are watching and you feel like someone needs to hear this or your friends need to hear this or, just anything at all, please don't hesitate to share the video.
Yeah.
Like we're putting this out here for a reason. And we really do want what's best for you. Like we know probably you hear your parents say that all the time, but we really do. And as people who are going through this, we can't wait for you to experience this as well, because it really, good or bad, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It's worth it in the end.
And we hope that it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, that's why.
Once, no more. 2 years and I'm over, please. But
Can't wait to graduate.
Yeah, seriously, can't wait. I wish we said this at the start of the podcast, but if you stuck around long enough, we hope that you know that we are so open for you to asking us for advice, asking us questions. Ask your teachers, ask your parents, ask anyone. If you don't know the answer yourself, ask anyone. Ask 20 people, 100 people, one person will reply, and that reply will help you a lot.
Yes, for sure.
So from me and Ashley, we wish you guys a really good luck. From our M26, I'm sure they wish you a really good luck as well. And we really hope that we helped you, with something, even if it's just that 0.00001%.
Yeah. So,
Guess that's a wrap.
Guess that's a wrap.
And
we'll just have how do we end this?
I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. We hope this helped you a little bit, and we hope you even devoted some of your time to watch this.
Yes.
But yeah, feel free to reach out to us anytime, and Little Things, this podcast is always here for you.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll see ya.
Wrap up. Bye.